Vigilante groups trying to expose child sex predators are popping up all over the United States, including here in Central PA.
However, as Fox 43's Samantha Galvez explains, police now say they're worried about these groups, that they could be more of a hazard than a help.
Over the past couple of months, you might have seen stories we've done regarding alleged child sex predators exposed by civilians or vigilantes. We wanted to find out, how often is it happening? Is it a real problem? Should parents be worried? And what do police think about all of this?
Do me a favor and just have a seat right over there on the other side of the bar.
If you remember the hit show from the early 2000s, To Catch a Predator,
What's your plan for tonight?
get ready for a blast from the past, sort of. In case your memory needs a little refreshing, the series featured hidden cameras and investigators posing as underage children trying to lure child sex predators, then confront them with police.
Oh, you gonna tell me why you're here? She ain't coming, bro.
No, Chris Hansen isn't back. This group does the same thing, only
Tell me who you're here to meet.
a little more aggressive and blurry. No fancy cameras and no police. Oh, and it's not inside a private home either. Just a few guys with Facebook Live and some of them with a bulletproof vest.
We're bridging that gap between police and citizens.
But police had the same questions we had.
Who are these people? What's your motivation? Why are you doing this? You know, is it legal?
Before we get to that, let us introduce you to the brains behind this operation, Brandy Larian.
I want to catch these child predators that are online going after, all these small children.
Brandy created the Facebook group South Central PA Child Predator Exposure back in June after watching other groups on Facebook carry out these types of operations. The idea is the same. Child sex predators are lured by people pretending to be juveniles and are later exposed on a live video via Facebook. The page has more than 3,500 likes.
Why do you feel compelled to do this? I mean, you said it yourself, it's a full-time job. I'm sure there's a lot of other ways that you could be utilizing your time.
Because if we don't do it, who else is going to do it? The police don't have enough resources on hand to do this as much as we have been doing.
In addition to starting the page, Brandy is also one of the decoys. She pretends to be a 14 or 15-year-old girl on apps like Kick, Whisper, Meet Me, and Scout, given permission to use a picture of a younger-looking girl who Brandy says is actually 25 years old.
We don't message them. We post ads on teen chat rooms, and we kind of just sit there and wait for them to come to us. And, we ask them first, how old are you? Where are you from? And then they'll say, and I'll say, well, I'm 15. Right away, we have to tell them we're 15 or 14. We don't initiate for them to come meet. We don't even initiate the explicit chat that they'll talk about.
Using a second phone to talk to these men.
So you can see I have 24 chat requests, and right there's 49 chats. They'll say something sexual, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, or oh, I've never done that before, type of thing. Acting, I have to put myself down and act like a child.
She even showed us her little girl voice.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, what are you doing today? And that's how I talk. So I make my voice sound a little bit, kind of squeaky.
After a meetup is planned, Brandy contacts what she calls a hunter. That's where Chris comes in.
And when they go meet, they meet me instead of the 14-year-old little girl. She ain't coming, bro.
Since the page was founded, Chris and Brandy have only gone on a handful of exposures or stings. Fox 43 chose not to accompany them on any of their busts, but here you can see one they posted on their page.
To a 15-year-old? Dude, you're sick.
Brandy then turns all of the info and evidence they've gathered over to police.
The disgusting, vile things that these guys say and the pictures that they send, there is no way I want a 13, 14-year-old child seeing that. No way.
It all sounds righteous, right? Let's go back to Chambersburg police, who have been called twice on one of their stings.
Nothing that they've done so far that we've had contact with them is anything that is anything that we can prosecute. By the criminal statutes in Pennsylvania concerning unlawful contact with a minor, you have to be a minor or a law enforcement officer acting as a minor.
Obviously, no one in this group is either of those things, but the chief says there's an even bigger problem.
It's just not safe, and that's our main thing. And then you're also taking up valuable time, from us, because you're trying to manufacture a crime that doesn't exist, and then we have to come up and kind of, take our time to investigate this and see if this really occurred. And it's just not efficient way of doing business.
But both Brandy and Chris claim they've got some law enforcement on their side.
They do tell us, we don't encourage what you're doing. Some of them are like, I love what you're doing. I wish we could help more. I wish there was something we could do, but our hands are tied because of the laws.
A lot of them are glad that we do what we do, but they kind of have their hands tied. The Cumberland County District Attorney's Office, they have actually taken us on them for things of people that I have actually brought in. And so they're with us. We got the state police in Chambersburg that's with us.
So we asked state police about it. They sent us the following statement. The state police does not support this vigilante group, and they have been told to cease what they are doing. The state police wants to remind vigilante groups like this one to not get involved and leave police work to the trained professionals. The state police has special task forces designated to investigate all types of crimes, including sex crimes involving minors. The troopers assigned to those task forces have received extensive training and conduct their investigations in a controlled environment. We checked in with several law enforcement agencies, including the Attorney General's office, the Cumberland County District Attorney's office, even talked to the DA himself. None of them would tell us they support this type of operation. And of course, Chambersburg police are out for the count.
Oftentimes in these child predator investigations, they're armed. Guns could be involved, weapons could be involved. You never know what the specific intent is for somebody that would meet a 15-year-old online and lure them to a location.
And they're not the only ones in our area.
Here we go. Let's get them.
Someone's got to do it. Why not me?
You may recall the stories we've done on Mr. 17540 or Justin Perry. He does the same kind of thing in the Lancaster area. He tells us his lawyer won't allow him to talk to us for this story, but according to his Facebook page,
6:30 in the morning. Game day special.
he's at it again.
That's how it is.
Police have asked both groups to stop more than once, but they can't force them since they're not doing anything illegal yet.
And at some point, these individuals could push a confrontation to a point where they become criminally culpable for something that they've done, or some aggressive act that they've taken against the guy that shows up with them.
You want to help the police, call with information, see something, say something. You want to help, please. We need that. But what they're doing is manufacturing or trying to manufacture a crime. It's just not smart.
How's it going, man? Don't leave.
They're not trained. Leave that to us. We're the professionals. This is what we do.
Listen, brother.
It doesn't look like you're worried.
Not at all. The one officer that asked me that, he said, this is very dangerous. You could get shot, you get killed. Okay? If I do, I died doing something that I believe in. Maybe my death would make you say, oh, wait a minute, we got to do something for, and help these guys actually get arrested. Help them do it.
After we finished editing our story, Brandy reached out to us and told us she and Chris are no longer working together. Chambersburg police have also made it clear they appreciate their desire to want to stop child predators. They just wish groups like these would go about it in a different way. Police suggest anyone worried about child predators online support organizations that bring awareness to child exploitation issues, and as always, report any suspicious activity. Samantha Galvez, Fox 43 News.